welcome back to the channel. So today we're taking a look at the new Greenhouse Haven kit that was released yesterday, and I didn't get it yesterday because I couldn't find it. It wasn't there. I hadn't no release time, so I just waited until today. So when I saw the teaser, I got excited because it's finally another plant themed kit that we're getting here. So I didn't really get a chance to look at the items because I think this was announced a few days ago and then they just released it yesterday. So I don't really know what we get here. I only know that it's a lot of clutter, and I'm not sure if there are a lot of functional items in this kit or if we get any gameplay features. So let's see what we get. A room to grow. This kit includes build items designed for creating the perfect greenhouse structure. Craft an ideal windowed haven for your Sims to indulge their green thumbs and live their gardening fantasies. We get some new plants, as it says, plant starters here, that we can actually grow inside our greenhouses, but I'm not sure if there are any additional features here. There might be some interactions because we also get the spray bottles and the gloves and stuff like that, but I think most of the items in here will be purely decorational, which is great for building, but I'm not sure if this kit is actually very interesting for people who like to play the game in a more traditional way. Okay, let's have a look at our new items here. As you can see, I prepared a small greenhouse which we're going to use to display some of the objects. So I think we should start with the wall patterns, and it looks like we get only one wall pattern called the greenhouse wall. So it looks like we get 10 different swatches for this one, as you can see, which is a bit weird because it looks like 2 different patterns with 5 swatches each, as you can see here, with the plain ones and the ones that are wooden looking. And what I find particularly interesting about this is that they are not even in the right order, as you can see here, with a green plain one first, then we have another plain one, and then the next one is this wooden swatch here, and they're not even next to each other. I feel like it would have been better if they made 2 different new wall patterns and gave them 5 swatches each like they did anyway, so it would be easier to find them. I really like the wooden ones. I see myself using them a lot, especially for cabins or small cottages and also greenhouses, of course. So I was curious in which section I would find these, and they're in the miscellaneous section, as you can see here, which makes sense because this is obviously not the same material, and I still feel like they should have put this one here as a separate wall pattern in the siding section, or maybe in the paneling section. This one here should just be paint. So I would say 1 new wall pattern is pretty standard for a kit like this one. And I would say this here is nothing too crazy or special, but I'm still glad that they included it. Next, we're going to take a look at the new floor pattern. I'm sure there is one because I've seen it before in the teaser. And I was really excited for this one because I thought it was a wooden one for some reason. So apparently we get only 1 new floor pattern here, which is in the masonry section. And this one has only 5 different swatches, which is not much, but I can't say that I'm disappointed here because all the swatches we get are very nice, with 2 stone variations here and 3 different ones that look like they are some kind of red brick. So my favorite part about this are the small weeds coming through the gaps here. I really like that. Also that we have some cracks here, and I see myself using this tiling a lot, especially for my abandoned builds. So it also looks like we get some new doors here, and we actually get 3 doors, a single tile one here. We also get a double door. And what's interesting is we also get a medium height double door here. So those 2 here look very nice. I'm not sure if I'm gonna use this one a lot because it looks a bit too high in my opinion for a greenhouse. So let's check out the swatches next. I think we have matching swatches here. We have a plain white one that's very nice. We have a black one, and we have different wood tones here. Oh, that's interesting because this looks almost like a screen door, because we don't have any screen doors, and that would be nice to have. And this is one of the doors we saw in the pictures they showed us before releasing the pack. It looks also very nice. As you can see, we get the same swatch for all 3 doors, and I feel like this is not only usable for greenhouses. I think this would also fit the windows from the Moschino pack, which I like using for lofts. So I think this is a very versatile door. So because this is a greenhouse pack, there are of course windows included, and we also get 3 different windows here. One is just a standard shut one that looks like the door here, but we also get an open one, which is nice because sometimes there is only open ones or only closed ones. Sometimes I want to use windows like this, but I can't because it would look odd. For example, if you would build some kind of winter cabin with an open window, it wouldn't make sense. So therefore I'm glad they included both types here, so we can have the shut one and the open one here. And we also get a taller one which matches the door here. So let's see what swatches we get with the windows. Apparently we have also 12 swatches, which makes sense because These are supposed to match the doors, of course. Yeah, they're exactly the same. Very nice swatches for the windows. I'm a huge fan. I'm not sure if I'm ever gonna need the tall one here for a greenhouse, but I think it's nice that they included it because it might be useful for different types of builds. So before we move on to the buy objects, we have to check out the new roof that came with this kit. This kind of surprised me because I thought that the glass roof that they used in the teaser was just one of the basic glass roofs we have in base game, but apparently it isn't. And we also got 5 different swatches here. Okay, that's not too shabby. I don't necessarily like the green one. I think it's too bright. I would have preferred the darker green, but it's okay. The white one is very nice. Also the black one, very usable. The yellow one, it's also a bit too bright in my opinion. And we also get a brown one, which looks a bit like wood. I like this one as well, but I think the white and the black one are my favorites. So I use glass roofs quite frequently in my build, so I think it's a nice addition to the game. So let's see what else we get in this kit. I'm gonna start with the bigger objects here. So first we have the Shat Shelves table here, which I think is just to place some of your potted plants onto and maybe down here. We'll see about it in a second. Let's check out the swatches first. So it looks like we get a lot of different basic wood swatches here, but also a bit of color in green and some bluish tone here. And I'm curious if I can place, yeah, we can place stuff on top of here, and we can also place it down here. We also get a new shelf here, which is called the Plant Platform by Planted. I'm gonna put it right here, so as you can see it's a wall mounted shelf. Let's see what swatches we get here. I like this one here, but we also get a green one apparently that matches some of the green doors and wallpapers that we have at the windows. We also get a basic white frame here, a different white one, a completely white one, and the black one. I think the standard one is nice. This is called the gardener's stand. I'm not sure if this is functional in any way or if it's just for displaying more of the pots that we have down here. We'll try that out later. We also get the garden stash storage chest. Okay, this is for storage. I assume this is not functional in any way. It's just purely decorational, and you can put pots on top of it, of course. We also get a new light here, the solar wall light. It looks a bit industrial in my opinion. I like it. Okay, what's this here? The green gable. Okay, you can place it on the wall, I suppose. So you're supposed to place it here, I guess. We also have the same basic swatches here as for the rest of the items. I'm not sure what to do with this. Can I make it higher? So you can't really have a steep roof here. I think it's supposed to look like this. I'm not sure. It's kind of odd because what if I wanted a roof that looks like this? Then this is kind of useless. Also, now that I see this, why are there no triangular windows in this kit? I know there are mods out there for triangular windows, but I feel like this would have been the perfect opportunity, because why would I want a greenhouse that looks like this? I mean it looks fine, but I feel like this is a missed opportunity to introduce triangular windows. I also feel like you should have given us like 2 or 3 variations of this one, same as with the windows. I mean, I could use the wallpaper here in the background, but what's the point of this really then? Because I could just remove it and it would look better. So I feel like this object is kind of useless. Maybe I'm gonna use this later for something, but I'm not sure yet. But let's keep it here for now because it's included in the pack. So what else do we have? The air cycler, which is some kind of ventilation system for your greenhouse. I've never seen anything like this in a greenhouse, and I think I won't necessarily use this for greenhouses, but I think it's useful for more industrial builds or maybe for restaurants or stuff like that. So I think the rest of the objects here are just pots and plants and maybe some tools. Let's see. We have the mulch to do about planting. I guess this has no function at all, but I like how it looks. Let's see how many swatches we get. We get 4 different swatches. That's far less than I was expecting, but alright. We also get the gardener's hall. We get 6 different swatches for this one, which is quite nice. I wish they would do individual objects here, like the watering can and this thing here and the gloves, so we could arrange them like we want, because as you can see the color is changing for every object here. We also have the vertical stack, which are just stacked pots. I think this is also purely decorational, because what would you do with it? But I like it. We also have the hopes and dreams seed pot set. I suppose this does something here, but I'm not sure. Hold up, we don't get any planter boxes with this kit. Okay, that's kind of strange, because I was expecting like a wooden planter box, or maybe a different one with a stone border, just something we could place this in and actually have some gameplay features with this kit, but apparently not. We've also the Green Thumb Secret Solutions, which seems to be some kind of fertilizer or something. Okay, we get a good variety of swatches for this one here. We also get more pots, as you can see here. These are called ceramic planters, and we can also place them here on top of our surfaces. We also get a new hanging basket. This one looks quite nice. Which swatches do we get for it? 6 different swatches, which unfortunately change the color of everything. So as you can see, it changes the color of the basket and the flowers, which is kind of unfortunate. We also get a new potted plant here, the miniature vine. Let's see how that one looks. That's actually a nice plant. I'm gonna use this one a lot. I wish I had it when I built my modern hobbit hole, because I feel like this would fit in perfectly. We also get a decent selection of swatches. So we only have 2 objects left here. This one here is called Stardust Seedling. They look like Sims could interact with them. So we also get a 5-pack of these, and I think the swatches are the same. There's some of them that have a plant in them, but there are also empty ones if you prefer that. I'm not sure what's up with the texture here. They don't look very good in my opinion. Also, this is basically this object here, but 5 together. So as you can see, I could place this one here, but I could also take like 5 of these and recreate it myself. I could even do this if I wanted to. So not sure what to think about this, but it's an additional object, I guess. Well, now it's time to see if Sims can actually interact with any of these objects. I don't think so, but let's see for ourselves. Can turn on the light, okay. I mean, can open the chest, okay. You can actually store stuff in here, so the chest is the only functional item, I suppose. Yeah. This is the only functional item in this pack. The rest is not usable for anything. Maybe we need to plant a box for our sim to be able to do something. I mean, we don't get anything new here. So now to my final verdict. I feel like this pack had a lot of potential, but there are also a lot of problems. So first of all, I don't understand this object here. If I delete it, this doesn't look much different. If I had a steeper roof, it would also look much better if I didn't have this up here. Also, I've never seen a greenhouse look like this. So what bothers me the most is that they didn't include any triangular windows, because I feel like this was the opportunity to do so. So this should be glass up here. I also hate that nothing of this has a real gameplay function except for the storage chest here. And also that we didn't get any new planter boxes. So they just expect us to use the ones that we have from base game here, and I'm pretty sure the swatches are the same, so this matches. I'm a bit disappointed because I wanted to have maybe a larger one or smaller one than the standard plant that we have in base game here. I really like some of the objects here, but I'm not sure if it's enough to call this a good kit. You should probably just consider if you would use these objects a lot. I know that I'm gonna use a lot of these pots here, but this answers the question if that's enough to buy the kit, and I think you have to decide that on your own. Anyway, I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, leave a like, consider subscribing. See you guys next time. Peace out. This is actually moving, that's good. That's a nice little touch here. It's kind of sad that I'm surprised that they included it.